Hey growers, it's Wes the Garden Blurred coming back at you with another Fourth Son Gardening Channel update. Today, as just like everyone else in the country and probably the world, we are quarantined here at the house. Me and my wife are working from home. The kids' school is closed. So here on a Sunday evening, what better thing to do than to record a video of me out here working in the garden. A lot of gardeners are not only just gardeners for being able to, have a great hobby or being able to provide food for you and your family, but a lot of gardeners are also environmentally conscious. So what we're going to be doing today is reducing, reusing, and recycling items from our house or from around the garden. Today I'm going to be taking an old twin bed frame, used to be an old box spring, and converting that into a garden bed. And as usual, I have my my garden assistant here, and she's definitely got to get in frame. Say hello everyone to Urena. Say hi, Urena. No. She's got to get her loving in. Say hey, Urena. There she goes. Hey, okay, I need you to get down. All right, so let's walk over to the work area now. All right, what we have here is an old twin bed frame. It was actually, I guess, a twin box spring frame. I took all the foam and all the cloth from around that. So we're going to convert this item right here into a garden bed. See, I've already prepared the area. This area throughout a day gets 6 to 8 hours of sunlight, because as soon as the sun breaks over the horizon, then this spot is getting full sun. So I'm putting tomatoes in this spot. And it's going to actually have cucumbers right next to it. But all this bed right here is going to be tomatoes. And what we've got here, we've got this bed frame, we've got side supports over here and over here. And then as far as the materials we're going to use, almost all of this are items that I'm reusing from other things in the garden or from around the house. For instance, I have this here. This is recycled cotton. It actually came out of meal kits that we got during my wife's pregnancy. She had to have certain, she had to meet certain dietary requirements, and all the meal kits that came in the house, the cool packs actually had this recycled cotton. This looks like recycled blue jeans and what have you inside of them. Once you bust open that package, then you have the blue jeans with a water mixture in there to keep the food cool until it got to the house. Over here I have weed control fabric. I've actually used these pieces here in other parts of the yard and under other beds, and when I brought those beds up, I just decided to use those use that here in this bed. And these are all the tools that we're going to use. But then also right here, one thing I want to highlight, I'm not being sponsored, by the way, by any company, but a couple weeks ago I went and picked up some mulch and some compost from Organics by Gosh, which is over off of Weberville Road here in the Austin area. Picked up 4 bags of sustainable mulch, and I actually managed to get 2 bags of Triple Power sustainable compost. All of these items, as you can see right here, says it's made from recycled organic vegetables, fruit, and Central Texas hardwoods. Like all the organic vegetables and fruit that they use to make this mulch and this compost all came from local restaurants, or from in the Central Texas hardwoods. It's like hardwood trees that have been cut down only in this area, in this region. So all this is, good for the environment. We're just trying to do our part. So let's get to it, because we are losing daylight out here. It's been gloomy the past few days and it's raining a lot. So I've had to keep postponing when I'm going to record this video. Sometimes I just like to get my hands down in the mud, and it's like the tool's not quite doing the job for me. So I don't have the patience sometimes, so I just use my hands. But they say that the soil has elements in it that boost your mood. So why not? You know, whenever I'm out in the garden, I'm in a good mood usually. This is not only a hobby, it's been my therapy. I kind of got back into gardening back in '05 after my first tour to Iraq. Even though I had been interested in gardening and horticulture since I was a kid, I'd been in 4-H, I studied horticulture and all that. Used to go to state competitions, but kind of fell out from it after I was in the military for a little bit. After Iraq the first time, I needed something. I didn't want to use medicine. Didn't really feel comfortable in group therapy, so I just started gardening really heavy. And over the years, it's just gotten, started doing it more and more. So here we are. I've now converted most of this yard into a garden. I'm producing food on most of the square footage here in this yard in some way or form of another. Either I'm producing compost and growing food, or I have something that's there to, in this yard its purpose is to use in this garden. Pretty much that's it as far as the soil goes. I do have a little bit more over here on this other side that came from this other bed, but now we're about to put the plants in the ground. My hands are thoroughly dirty, the way they should be. Like I said, the soil has properties of it that boost your mood, and I definitely need a mood booster. I think we all may need a mood booster given the current state of affairs and the way the weather is. I think you can see that it's pretty gray outside right now. But what we have over here, I have 6 different types of tomatoes, and then I also have tomatillos. If you watch any of my other videos on YouTube, you probably saw that I went to the H-E-B up in Round Rock, Texas, and picked up all these vegetable plants. A few days later though, I lost them because we had a freeze, so I went back to H-E-B and purchased them again. They were only $1.50. It was a great deal. It's what I call seed insurance. So that's what we're going to get into now. What we have here, the first tomato type, we have H-E-B's from H-E-B Organics. They call it the Champion 2. One of the ladies who saw my very first video suggested that she had picked up one of these the year before, and it lasted through one of the frosts that we had. So I was like, I definitely want to try and see if I can get a tomato that'll last through the frost and maybe work for me for more than one season. So we're definitely going to put this in the ground here. Put these two. I have 2 of these, and these are about medium-sized. These should grow about medium-sized tomatoes. had them down in this other bed to kind of protect them from the elements right now until I could actually get them in the proper bed. All right, our second type of tomato is called the Sweet 100, also from H-E-B Organics. And then we also have the tomatillos. Next we have the tomato, the pineapple, and then this is a large beefsteak type tomato. We got another tomatillo here, and then some more Sweet 100s. To alternate those on either side. And then finally, I have the Black Prince tomato. It's about a medium sized tomato, and it's got a kind of purplish type color. I'm really excited about seeing how these come along. If you see me pulling a lot of stuff out here and throwing it, it's either leaves and some of the leaf debris. Has a ton of roly-polies, and these roly-polies have been giving me the business because they have been tearing up my marigolds. They don't really touch anything else other than the leaf litter and then the marigolds. So if anyone has a suggestion on how to keep them from killing my marigolds, I'd appreciate the suggestion a lot. All right, so hold on, I've got to go pick up some items. I need to try and get these plants in the ground. All right, we're back at it. Everything I need. I know some people, once I get ready to start putting these in the ground, some people are going to be like, hey, Wes, aren't you going to use Epsom salt or something like that? No, I'm not. Like I said, in the compost that I put in here, that I created here at the house, it's already got food in it that I picked up from a local nursery. So I don't want to add a whole lot of food at the beginning for risk of hurting these plants early on. Like I said, the compost is already full of nutrients and actual plant food that I added to my compost that I make here at the house. So what we're going to start off doing is I'm going to trim these lower leaves, these lower branches down here, and just leave the upper ones on. I'm going to plant each plant up to about this height here to cover most of the stem. Because once this plant starts to grow, all these little hairs that are on this plant, I need to bring this a little bit closer so everyone can see. All these little hairs can turn into roots. So I'm going to plant it about up to here, and then pointing towards the middle. That way the plant can grow out and up towards these towards the supports. Stop. So here's the finished product for now. We have all the plants in the ground with a little bit of mulch on top. And like I said, we have several different varieties of tomato. And from left to right, we've got the Champion 2s, we've got Celebrities, we've got Sweet 100s, we've got Tomatillos, even though those aren't actually tomatoes, but you know, they are similar and they taste great and they go great in salsas. And we also have Black Prince tomatoes and pineapple tomatoes, which are a beefsteak type tomato. If anyone is interested in trying to reduce their carbon footprint and also grow some food of your own, then please reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you out as soon as this crisis is over. I'll come out and help you build your own bed or help you find the materials to build your own bed. That's what I'm here for. I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Fourth Son Gardening. I'll post a link later on. Some of you who already know me already have the link, so you can get on there, because I'll be compiling the video for not only from this live video. What's up, Teach? Not only from this live video, but I'm also running a camcorder in the back, capturing everything that I've done out here with this garden bed. And like I said, what we've done here this afternoon is we have taken an old twin box spring and converted it into a garden bed. Like I said, reducing our carbon footprint, reducing waste, reusing and recycling. That way we can do our part to take care of this planet that seems like it's actively trying to kill us right now. Probably because we've been actively trying to kill it. Like I said, we out here, we growing our own food. So let's go and grow with me. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening.